This YouTube account will have made tens of thousands of dollars last month from these viral, easy-to-make shorts. And the crazy part is, this account was started less than 2 months ago. Unless you live under a rock, short-form content has taken over the internet, and it's by far the best way to make money online right now. If this account can blow up in just over a month, I think it means that we have a pretty good niche. By the end of this video, you'll be an expert in how to generate this sort of content, and to make it easier, I'll show an exact step-by-step blueprint on how to make this content for TikTok and YouTube Shorts that even a 5-year-old could follow. I'll also show you some secrets that I threw in so you can make your video much better than this channel's. To prove it, let me show you a video that I cooked up in 10 minutes. The video is pretty self-explanatory, so let's get straight to work. In this video's description, you can find a Google Doc with literally everything that we'll use in this video. So open it up. Let's get to making our video. The first thing that we need is the first unrelated clip that used as like the intro. Basically, the idea behind this is that we display something so crazy and niche to look at, and the viewer will stop scrolling and watch the rest. In order to get a scroll-stopping video, I'm gonna head to TikTok and search for VFX Sky. Some crazy videos have come up, and I'm gonna choose this one. While we're on the topic of TikTok, if you guys need accounts within the creativity program regions, check this video's description. We now need to script some ideas for our video. Head to ChatGPT, and I'll ask the AI for 20 times where life doesn't feel real. We can use the AI to come up with daily video ideas. As you can see, it's given us a list of 20 ideas that we can use for our video. Scan through them, and then you're happy. Then I'm next going to ask the AI to come up with Leonardo.ai prompts to make ourselves some images. We plan to combine AI images with real images, as people will guess which ones are real in the comments, which will boost our engagement. With our image prompts done, let's firstly get the non-AI images, as this step is super easy in order to grab the non-AI images for our video. I'm going to head to Pinterest. Once you're on Pinterest, you firstly need to head back to ChatGPT and see what the first item is. As you can see, it's watching a sunset. So I'll swing back to Pinterest and search for sunset. A few options will come up, but you can pick whatever you see fit for this video. Click an image, and then hit this save button. Now head back to ChatGPT. Now, as we also want AI images, it's really important that you leave some prompts for the AI. So copy over every other idea to Pinterest. For example, it would look something like this, with the alternating images. So I'll head back to Pinterest, and I'll search for festival. Once again, find and save one that you like. You just want to repeat this process for all your images, and we can then move over to the next step. Real quick, if you like my content, I recommend joining my community, as if you like my content, you'll love what's in here. We now want to generate our AI images. Head to Leonardo using the link in the Google Doc. Once on here, hit Launch App. On the next page, hit Image Creation in the middle of the screen. Once we're on the next page, head to the top right, and toggle on this switch that says Legacy Mode. This will let us generate one image at a time, which will save you credits. With that done, we need to make some changes on the left. Make sure that you're only generating one image like we just mentioned, or you'll use extra credits. Next, scroll down and hit this drop down under Advanced Controls. You then want to make sure the ratio is set to 9:16, as this will put our video in the TikTok format. With these settings done, we want to head back to ChatGPT. Scroll around and find the second prompt that we left out, select it and copy it. Now head back to Leonardo and paste it in this box. I'm now going to type ultra realistic into the box afterwards, as this will make our images realistic and look really good. Now hit generate, and it should cost you 4 credits to generate your image. Swing back to ChatGPT, and as you know, you want to do every other image, as we already have half from Pinterest. I'm going to go ahead and skip to when all our images are done. As you can see, Leonardo has generated us some good images. Now before we download all the images, we'll add some animation. You want to find and hit this back button in the top left. Once back on the main page, you then want to hit Personal Feed just below the back button. Once here, you now want to scroll down, and we're going to select the first image that we created. Once you're on it, hit this button that says Image to Motion. On the next page, you want to make sure that the strength is set to 3, and then hit Generate. Now you want to repeat this process with as many images as possible, in order, until you run out of credits. You can obviously do all the images if you want, as it's only $10 to upgrade. I'll skip to when our images are done. Alright, you can now see that we have some moving images. They look good, so you want to go ahead and download everything that we've created from Leonardo. the moving images, and also the still images. There's one more thing we need to add to our video, and that's the viral sound that all these videos have. Head to YouTube and search for Let Go by Arc Patrol. You want to get this exact video and get the MP3 file. We now have everything, so let's edit it in CapCut. Once you've hit New Project, start by importing everything that we've gathered for this video. You now want to add your first image into the timeline, so select it and drag it in. Once it's there, you want to edit its duration so that it's roughly 3 seconds long. This is the sweet spot when it comes to content like this. The next step is to add the rest of the images. If you remember, your images should alternate between AI and real images. Keep them all 3 seconds long, and because we have 20, our timeline should end up being 1 minute long. I'll skip to when this is done. In order to make our video even more engaging than the other account, we're gonna make our images move. Select the image and head to the top right and click Animation. Next, click Combo and select one you like. This will make our image move and make our video that bit better. You now want to do this for all of your images, so I'll skip to when this is done. Our images are now done. We need to add the text saying, "Times when life doesn't feel real." So, head to text in the top left and add some to our timeline. Firstly, drag your text to the middle of the screen like so, and also set the duration so that it lasts the entirety of your scroll stopper. Select the text and head to the top right. You now want to make the text say "Times when life doesn't feel real." Once that's done, you want to select a font from the drop-down menu. Make sure that you remember what font it is, as we want to reuse it in future videos. Next, you want to scroll down and select the boxes next to stroke and then shadow to make our text look that little bit better and to give it some more depth. I'll also add an animation by clicking this animation button so that our text appears on the screen. Now, we want to copy and paste our text over from the intro and make it last the duration of our first image. Edit the text so that it says "Watching a beautiful sunset" and place it at the top of the screen. I also recommend making the font size bigger. You now need to copy the text over for all your images and change it so that it matches with what's being shown in our video. Now that your timeline looks like this, I'll now add an adjustment to our video. Head to Adjustment in the top right and hit the plus button under Custom Adjustment to add it to the timeline. Now head to the top right, and I'll start by increasing the saturation to about 15. Now, as this is a cozy niche, we want to lower the exposure a little, and then scroll down and change the vignette to around 15. This will darken our images, which is a really good aesthetic. I'm now going to add some transitions. Hit the Transitions tab, and you want to search for this one called Black Fade. It looks really smooth, so you need to add it in between every image on our timeline. You also want to set the duration in the top right to 0.2 seconds, which I've found to be the perfect time. We now want to add the sound that we got, so drag it into the timeline. Now we need to crop the audio so that the beat drops when the first image appears. It took me a while to find the drop, but it's around 32 seconds. Once this is done, our video should be also. Here's the finished result. This video is basically done now. If you're serious about making money with TikTok, join my Discord for the best guide you'll ever see. Bye.